Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Marcus Speaks. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Marcus Speaks Live, the very podcast that gives you trending topics and other random things. I'm your host, Marcus, and if you could, do me this big favor, like this video, share this video to your social media and friends and family, as well as comment in the live chat, of which I will be paying attention to and conversating back to you guys. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so I can get all so you can get all of my so you can get all of my live streams and posted videos when I post them. So please don't be shy. Write in the live chat because I will be conversating back to you guys. Once you've subscribed, or if you're already subscribed but you haven't done this one step yet, please go into the description box. Once you get into the description box, find the Rumble link. Download Rumble if you haven't already done it, and then come back to this step. go ahead and hit that description box, hit the Rumble link, and follow me on Rumble. I believe my next what is it? My next 14? I haven't checked it lately and know where I'm at over on Rumble. So however many I need, I don't know how many I need, but the last time I checked, I needed 14 subscribers over there. So if you can please do me that favor, go over to Rumble and follow me on Rumble so I can start streaming to Rumble as well. Every Friday I do this here Every Friday I do this here podcast, Marcus Speaks Live. I also do Marcus Speaks Play on Saturdays, Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturdays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when you can catch me live. So, with that being said, please do me that favor and come and check me out on the times that I have posted. You don't want to miss it because they're always epic streams. And if you would like to come up and talk to me, you can. By doing that, you can hit the link that's pinned in the live chat, or you can call in the caller number that's down there at the bottom at 302-283-9791. And I repeat, 302-283-9791. That allows you to come in and come talk to me, and we can debate, argue. We can share our opinions on stuff. We can just talk about some stuff. If you have any extra that I didn't catch, you can come in and bring that information as well. Whatever makes you comfortable is what I would like for you to do. All right? So, with that being said, with that comes rules, and I hope you can follow my rules because they're not hard. Rule number 1 is you must be on camera at all times if you're going to hit that link. Once I see you back here in the backstage, I need you to answer this one question along with your name, because rule number 2 states if you don't want to be on camera, that is cool, but you still have to be on camera here on the backstage. You not being on camera is for the audience, all right? If you don't think too highly of yourself, you think that you're ugly, hey, turn that camera off, I'll bring you right up. But please answer the question. I have the private chat open back here. It's not hard. Just say what your name is and what your answer is to the question, so I can further accommodate you from there. All right. And last but not least is mute all background noise so we can have the conversation. Don't come on to the stream or to the backstage with loud noises because I will drop you. So please do yourself that favor. Go to a nice secluded spot in your house so we can start the conversation. And last but not least, please like this video, subscribe if you're new here, comment comment in the live chat and share this to your social medias and friends and family. All right. So, with that being said, if you have ever watched my show, you will know that I like to play videos to help me further my point and as well let you guys know what is going on with what I'm talking about. So with that being said, without further ado, let me show you guys exactly what fair use is. Hello everyone, I'm going to tell you about fair use. It's the law. Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyright motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. Okay, people, that is fair use. So, with my show, I like to show you guys a short topic I like to do called small banter. Just a small little it's just a small little thing that I like to do just to warm up before the show so we can I can get people in here, people can come in, stuff like that. So, with today's small banter, I have the interview from the Breakfast Club, but not really from the Breakfast Club because you see a little person right there. So we will be going through this and I will be talking a little bit about it so we can, try to come up with an answer of what the hell's going on. So, here we go with part one of this video.
I feel like I want to talk to men too, and like I want to give y'all so much permission to fucking learn and advance to where we are as like we doing the work. Men are not doing the work, and I'm gonna say it. Y'all not doing the work. And let me just say this too.
Hold on. Because for some reason, I don't know why, and it's always doing this to me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in a shared screen. So let me do that. All right, let me do it like that because that's better if I do it like that. I guess let me enlarge it to full screen. Hold on, let me see how it looks on camera first before we continue it. All right, it's blocked out, so we'll go back and I guess we'll put it in theater mode. So it, anyway, let's go.
Doing the work.
Y'all don't know shit about pussy. It's one of your favorite things. It's one of the favorite things. You don't know shit. I don't understand how you don't know shit about pussy. Or if your dick is working properly. What should we know though? First of all, go to the doctor, put your nuts in the doctor's hand and cough to the fucking left. Find out what's wrong with your dick first. There's a lot of, I'm being very honest. I've been hooking up and dudes' dicks are not working properly. Y'all that ate all that fucking McDonald's and all that shit. You ain't drinking water. You're not fucking taking care of yourself. And that's your dick. That's like one of your prized possessions.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
All right. So, the first thing that she had to point out was that us men aren't doing our jobs when it comes to, I'm guessing, preparing for sex with a woman, I guess. So, let me tackle that real fast because there's not really much to really say about it other than there's some dirty niggas out here, and, as far as with our health's concerned, it's common in the black community for men to not go to the doctor. I wouldn't say that we're afraid of going. It's just that I guess we rather for God put it in God's hands. I guess I don't know. So So, okay, she feels as though that we're not holding up our end of the bargain when it comes to sex. Basically, bringing a strong, healthy dick to. Hold on.
Pause, nigga.
Yeah, that was very pause worthy. I guess we're not, living up to our end of the bargain, I guess, in her eyes. So, I guess with that, I guess I would say, I guess it is our fault. I guess I don't know. Like, I would only say when it comes to this of what she said was, or is really is, I guess we gotta start taking care of ourselves, fellas. I guess I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? We need to start eating some more sea moss and all that other good stuff. Putting more green vegetables and superfoods in our diet, which I do. I drink smoothies every day that has superfoods. I add protein powders and stuff like that. I got a mortar and pizzle to where the the multivitamins that I get, I just crush those up and add those to my smoothie. It says take two with something. I'm drinking something, so I just mash it up real good into a powder, throw it in there, and everything's everything after that. So I'm guessing, yeah, she is considering that we should start being more mindful about what we bring to the bedroom. But that also goes for women as well. You guys have to start taking care of that coochie because some women don't know how to wash they ass right. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to it.
Your car check. You won't get your dick checked, and then get mad at us when your dick don't get mad at me. That's your department. That's your department. Go get your dick checked. And then go get your mind checked. Stop showing up to Tinder dates expecting me to solve your fucking dilemma. I show up for dick and you throw me a Rubik's Cube of your fucked up ass shit. Like, I don't know why your daddy don't love you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what kind of niggas you dating? That shit crazy.
It affects your dick.
Nah, that.
Well, she looks like someone that looks very motherly. So I'm pretty sure men out there are coming to her with their problems because number one, she's a comedian, so she deals with issues herself that she then displays on stage as funny. So maybe, these men that she's sleeping with, I don't know what type of nigga she's sleeping with, but maybe the type of men that she's sleeping with is doing this because they see something motherly about her. Now, for a man to come to a dick appointment
Pause, nigga.
and start telling a woman about his problems, I would say that it's probably something wrong with him. The reason why he's doing that doesn't really make too much sense to me. But maybe they're trying to get out of having sex with you, Leslie, for the simple fact that have you seen what your hands look like? Now, homies, would y'all like to see a six? I believe she's 6'1", a 6'1" woman with big hands and big feet? Would you want to see a hand that damn big wrapped around your dick?
Pause, nigga.
Just saying. Anyway, let's get into this last part of it, and let's see what she has to say.
Think you gonna be walking around sad and depressed and your dick is just gonna be out here wilding? No, it's not. It's sad like you. So take care of your dick. I really believe that's a lot of problems with these podcast dudes and these passport bros. Y'all don't know how to fuck a woman correctly. And then when she tell you that, now she ain't shit. No, go learn how to fuck. I bet you to solve a lot of problems between us. Cause y'all don't know how to fuck. And you mad cause we do. This is the best way to help someone ever. I'm being honest with y'all. I am being so honest. I really believe that a lot of friction is now women are going, we are tired of bad sex and we're tired of being quiet about bad sex. I had some bad sex 2 nights ago. I told him at the Ritz. I told that motherfucker to get the fuck out. How dare you fuck me like that at the Ritz? The goddamn Empire State Building is right there. How you fuck me like that in front of the Empire State Building? Get the fuck out of here.
All right. So I'm guessing she's had a bad run-in with penis. I'm guessing. So she's taking it out on the men because she feels as though that we're not holding up our end of the bargain when it comes to our health, giving penis as well as fucking, and we're not up to par or in the, I don't know. This basically seems like a her problem for the simple fact that it's a lot of dudes out here fucking and we haven't heard one woman complain yet when it comes to having sex with him. So I don't know her issues. It's probably because now I'm not pretty shaming or ugly shaming, but Leslie isn't the best person to look at. That's all I gotta say. Um, Corey Holcomb actually had a joke that he made up from being around Leslie. I don't know if you guys heard him say this joke before or heard him explain where he came up with this joke from. But Corey Holcomb used to have a joke that went, "Hey girl, you got some feet on your shoes. You should put your shoes on your feet." Now, that came from him and a few other comedians as well as Leslie hanging out at I guess the Improv in LA, and they was outside, bagging on each other, talking about comedy. And Leslie so happened to be sitting down, and she had some sandals on, and he told her that she had some feet on her shoes because her feet was so big, and I guess they were ugly as well because she used to play basketball, so she probably got athlete's feet. And you know, I believe she wears a size 10 when me thinking about this one stand up special that she had, which is funny as fuck. Um, I believe it's called Problem Child. You guys can go and check that out. But yeah, it basically seems like she's not having the best sexual experience. I would say it's due to how she looks. But whatever. But that concludes small banter for the night. How about we get into the main topic? Huh? How about we do that?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So, the main topic of the week's overview is 24 hours passed and the lawsuit was settled. So, last week when I was on here bringing y'all information about Keke Palmer and Diddy. So let's stop there. Talked about the Diddy lawsuit in the random topics portion last week. So once I got off from last week's stream, I go to Twitter, and as I'm doing like the background work, like putting the end screens and the title cards and stuff like that, and all the stuff that I do in the background after I'm done a stream. So I'm on Twitter. I'm working on putting all that stuff on while scrolling on Twitter, and I saw Diddy trended. And I was like, okay, so what's this about? Click on it, and I see that he had settled the suit like I don't know what time, but it said that he settled the suit with Cassie. So I was like, damn, I wish I would have known that information while I was talking, because I could have talked about it. So, thus brings us today's show. So, I got this article from, before I continue, all articles and all videos are accredited in the description box below. I do not own any of the material I am using today, just to get that out the way. And all articles have been altered from its original form due to plagiarism. So let me put that out there, and let me say that first before we continue. Now, I got this article from Vulture, and you can see the actual title in the description. When I alter these articles, I also alter the titles as well, because sometimes they either be too long or they don't get to the point enough to what it's about, or it's a fluff title just to have people come and read. So usually I take those titles and I either condense them down or I change them, or I do both. So I got this article from Vulture, and the title is "Cassie's Lawsuit Against Diddy Explained." So before we get into that, I have a video for you guys, and I have to share the screen again. So let me do that. And where are we at? Where's this? Okay, boom. And let me get to the next video. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me go back to default mode because I believe the way that I had it, I can. All right, where we at? Boom. So. Bring it here. Let me bring this over. All right, I might have to put it back in theater mode. See if that helps. Boom. All right, so.
And just a day after music.
Back this up, we're gonna have to see. Let me bring it down a little more. All right, cool. So, get this video from, I believe it's ABC News. So here we go.
And just a day after music mogul Diddy Combs was accused of sexual assault and of abuse in a new lawsuit filed by R&B singer Cassie, word of a settlement overnight. BBC's Morgan Norwood is here with the update. Good morning, Morgan.
Hey, good morning to you, Ariel. Though Cassie and Diddy did not detail the terms of that agreement, the settlement quickly shuts down the potential for a trial and the process of legal discovery. That's when evidence in the case is often made public.
It was there. I'm not trying to get flagged.
Tonight, pop mogul Sean Combs settling a bombshell sexual abuse lawsuit filed by his ex-girlfriend, fellow singer Cassie. Cassandra Ventura writing in a statement, "I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support." Combs, known as Diddy or Puff Daddy, adding in his own statement, "I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love."
We going up, we going live.
Oh. Don't want that flagging my damn channel. Nope. I got a strike coming down in January, and god damn it, I'm gonna keep it that way. All right, here we go.
Just one day after Ventura accused the singer of rape, domestic violence, and sex trafficking, citing controlling behavior that she says lasted over a decade while she was signed to Diddy's record label and the two were in a romantic relationship. Lawsuit filed Thursday, Ventura alleged that after the two met back in 2005, Combs lured Miss Ventura into an ostentatious, fast-paced, and drug-fueled lifestyle and into a romantic relationship with him, and that he used illegal substances and threats of violence to force Miss Ventura into repeated unwanted sexual encounters with male sex workers. Combs denying the allegations, his attorneys describing them in a statement as riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation. And right after this lawsuit was filed, several artists and entertainers have voiced their support for Cassie. Ventura's attorney saying in a statement Friday, "I'm very proud of Miss Ventura for having the strength to do so, to go public with her lawsuit. She ought to be commended for doing so." Gio?
All right, Morgan, thank you.
All right. So, I have nothing to say on what the video had to state because we're going to get into more when it comes to this article that I have. So I don't want to stop it. I just want to change it. How would I? It doesn't show me how to change it other than getting rid of it. So how about we do it like this? And Cassie sued Diddy in federal court on November the 16th, accusing the hip-hop mainstay of rape and a decade-long pattern of abuse that began when she was 19 years old. The R&B singer, who was once signed to Diddy's label, Bad Boy Records, alleged sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual battery, sexual assault, gender-motivated violence, rape, and battery. That's a lot. So let me get my pen so I can mark my places when I stop. And where was I at? Okay, the filing claims this controlled behavior started when she met him in 2005 after she signed a deal with Diddy's record label the following year. He allegedly exerted complete control over her life, including her apartment, car, clothing, and even her medical records, of which she stated that he would have the doctor forward her medical records over to his email, which is weird to me. And what else? To keep her under his thumb, according to the lawsuit, he went so far as targeting rapper Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Cassie in 2011 during a rough patch in Diddy and Cassie's relationship. She alleges. Just one day after Cassie filed the lawsuit, she settled with Diddy out of court. Now, does anybody remember Michael Jackson? Y'all remember when Michael Jackson had his little suit that he was going through with the first kid that accused him? Well, I will let you guys know that Michael, during that and after that, endured a whole lot of scrutiny because he was basically labeled as a sex offender, basically. So with that being said, he was basically labeled a sex offender, and there was so much around his name, and people called him gay. And then when he had his first kid, they had a lot to say about that. He basically became a circus animal. He became a spectacle or whatever. People started treating him bad. Now, I say that to say this because further on, because this also messed up his album sales. Now, during the time, I believe Dangerous was out. At 91 when he came out with Dangerous. Then after that, it was basically like a compilation album of, his hits and stuff like that, and songs his fan loved, which was Past, Present, and Future. And then after that album, I believe he basically made like I don't even believe this album came out in America, but it probably did. But it was another album he came out with after Past, Present, and Future, which I believe came out in 96, which was called Blood on the Dance Floor. I don't know how many songs it had on there, but like I said, I believe that was made for like Europe or something like that. And then his follow-up album after, him taking a break and him having kids and stuff like that, he comes out with Invincible. Sony Music basically fucked his sales up in his marketing with that. We was used to Michael Jackson selling millions and millions of records, I believe. Invincible only sold like 500,000, of which put him into debt to Sony Music. And, we didn't hear another album from him until that album that came out after he died. So I say that to say this. So Diddy, like Michael, settled out of court. Now, I'm going ahead a little bit, but I'm pretty sure you guys already know. Diddy has not one, but two more allegations against him. So, with that being said, how about we get into what we know about the settlement? All right. So, the two parties did not disclose the terms of the settlement because Cassie had to sign a NDA after taking the payment and settling, of which came just one day after Cassie filed the lawsuit. We have decided to resolve this matter amicably, Diddy said in a statement on November 18th, in which Cassie and her family all the best love. By reaching an agreement out of court, Diddy avoided new, likely damaging evidence being made available during the process of legal discovery, of which Diddy didn't want that going into discovery, because if that would have went into discovery, oh, just know, we would have heard and found out more than what we already know. All right. So, just so we're clear, a decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is in no way an admission of wrongdoing, but we already had evidence of wrongdoing if you had read the document. If you read the 35-page document in full, I haven't done it yet. I have it saved, but I haven't read all the way through it, other than what I read to you guys last week. So with that being said, Diddy's lawyer, Ben Braffman, a lawyer for Diddy, said in a statement on November 20th, Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He is happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Miss Ventura the best. Cassie's civil suit, though, was brought under the Adult Survivors Act, a New York law that gives victims of sexual abuse who were 18 or older at the time of the alleged abuse a one-year window to bring cases in New York after any statutes of limitation have expired. The window closes. Actually, it closed today. Once court let out at 5, it's done. All right. So it has expired this week. With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, Cassie told the Times on November 16th, it became clear that it was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life. Cassie's filing mentioned the law as well. Thanks to the passage of the act in New York and California, she is now ready and able to also confront her abuser and to hold him and those who enabled his abuse accountable for their actions. So basically, she's basically stating that, what was it? Epic Records, Bad Boy Entertainment, and I think those are the only 3 that was mentioned: Diddy, Bad Boy Entertainment, and Epic Records, of which I believe Diddy had a distribution deal with at the time. So they're not really his bosses, but he does have to, I believe, submit like marketing and like album art and stuff like that to them, so they can get the process going for the albums distribute back in those times when actual CDs and actual CDs went out. It's very rare if you find a CD these days. If you go to FYI or FYE, I forgot what the fuck. Yeah, FYE, which those stores are hard to come by. I don't know if the one that's at this mall in Harford County, Maryland, I don't know if that FYE still stands or not. But yeah, those stores are hard to come by. finding a store that actually has actual albums or whatever. But anywho, Diddy has laid low since he settled, of which wrong picture. Of which this picture has came out of him looking stressed all the way the hell out. Since Diddy has laid low since he settled with Cassie, but that didn't stop paparazzi from snapping a picture of him with his longtime chief of staff on November 18th. Now, his chief of staff was in a robe, so I don't know if they fucking or not. But anyway, that doesn't matter. It's none of our business who he's fucking. Um, but this snapshot was taken of him looking stressed all the way to hell out. According to what I just said, the statement I just said was according to TMZ. He appeared solemn, sitting in his backyard with his head in his hands. Now Diddy has another accuser in two new civil lawsuits detailing. Now, hold on. One of the lawsuits detail this: drugging, raping, and filming it, basically revenge porn. And this claim comes from a woman that said that she met him back in '91 at some club or something like that, and she was they was flirting with each other. He bought her and her homegirls drinks, and somehow or another, he raped her and then filmed it as well. So who knows what really happened, and who knows who all was there. And the second lawsuit, which what I just said is the third lawsuit, but the second lawsuit, I believe, just claims him of sexual abuse and something else or whatever. I couldn't find that information because this case from '91 is was so fresh in Google. That's all it was giving me, so I couldn't find the other accuser. So they, for some reason, Google buried that other accuser for some reason. I have no reason why they did that, but anyway, moving on. How has the music industry reacted? I have to change the picture around again, so I guess I'll put him here, and I'll put her here. So, all right, so I didn't know y'all could see all that, but anyway. Kesha changed the lyrics of her chart-topping 2009 hit TikTok, seemingly in response to the allegations, per USA Today. The song originally opens with the line, "Waking up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy." In her performance on November 19th, however, the song began, "Wake up in the morning feeling like me." So 50 Cent also commented. He's been commenting since last week. Everything that he hears, he posts it on Instagram, and he's a character his damn self. So, we get the funny out of 50 Cent. So 50 Cent commented on the settlement in a now deleted Instagram post, insinuating that Diddy is not yet clear, which he was right. There's two other allegations came up just this week, which I believe one came up either Tuesday or Wednesday, and then the other one came up yesterday. So yeah, not in clear yet. Complex reported he paid the money real quick. Should have done that before the shark saw the blood in the water, and here they come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every woman he put his hands on, he wrote on November 18th. Former Danity Kane member Aubrey O'Day, and this was the best picture I could get of her. So I'm not insulting her looks. This was just the best picture I could find of her. All right, because usually she got like this weird ass makeup on, like concealer and foundation, and makes her look ugly. Anyway, Aubrey O'Day responds to the allegations on November 16th. She expressed support for Cassie, tweeting that she's been trying to tell y'all. She attached screenshots of news headlines about the lawsuit. Former Danny Kane on MTV's Making Them Band in 2005. There's been countless interviews you can find Aubrey speaking about her time with Diddy and what it looked like and what it felt like, and how it felt to be around Diddy. Of what she does, credit Diddy for her hustle, of how she hustles now. But she did say that during her time on Danny Kane, and I believe after the group was done, or during the group was in session, and after it was done, Diddy and Aubrey dated for a little while, or they was fuck partners or something like that. Who knows? But that's the information of what she's displayed on countless interviews. I watched one of them when the interviewer brought up, well, what's it like, working with Diddy and blah, 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 blah. She gives her rebuttals, and basically she was like, it was hell and whatever. That's what she brought up. So next, O'Day's former bandmate, let me get my cursor over there, Dawn Richard, also shared a message of support for Cassie, praying for Cassie and her family for peace and healing. Richard tweeted that same day, "You are beautiful and brave." That's what she had to say. Now, I keep fucking up this picture thing, so let me get out of here so you guys don't see me switching it. And let me bring that there. And let me put this here since that's the next one. And boom. All right, let me bring this back up for you guys. See it? All right. Now, Suge Knight will directly address Cassie's claim Diddy once grabbed a bunch of guns to go confront the ex-Death Row Records boss. TMZ Hip Hop has learned. Although Puffy might have already beat him to the punch, the ex-Death Row Records honcho will take the Diddy convo on his Collect Call podcast in the next couple of weeks. Right after he drops his Thanksgiving Day episode, according to sources involved in the production. Now, yesterday I did watch that podcast, and he didn't really give up too much information. Like when speaking about it, he basically just so he hosts the show alongside of Dave Mays. I believe Dave Mays is like a record producer or something like that. I'm not sure. So Dave Mays hosts the show along with him. So when that came up, when talking about Diddy, I believe both parts in the 30-minute episode, or maybe it's a snippet of the episode. The two times of him talking about Diddy is probably together, like as time wise, it's probably only, I say, like 8 to 9 minutes, and that's basically it. Everything else is him talking about Snoop Dogg and talking about Death Row, Tupac, and that's it. So I'm guessing another episode will be coming up sometime soon probably sometime in December, talking about this whole Diddy thing. Because I believe as they record the calls, they take them, lay the audio down, get the AI video going to match the wording and stuff like that, and then they bring the episodes out. I believe this podcast comes out every Wednesday or something like that, I believe. Or if not, it's every day, but I believe it's every Wednesday they come out, or every Thursday they come out. So I guess be on the lookout for that episode of him talking about what's going on with all this. All right, now moving on. That was the plan anyway before Diddy and Cassie suddenly settled Friday night, or last Friday night, as we reported in Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy. She claimed that one night while she was at home with Diddy, one of his security staff burst into the room to inform him that Suge had been spotted at the popular LA eatery Mel's Drive-In Diner. Cassie alleged Diddy immediately got dressed, retrieved multiple firearms from a safe, and ran out to confront Suge. It doesn't appear any public altercation ever went down. It remains to be seen if the settlement affects Suge's plan to talk all things Diddy shortly. Lord knows people would still be willing to hear his side of the story either way. Diego Liquor Brand will keep Diddy off the tequila ads, and Macy's will phase out Sean John due to sales or lack of sales and customers not interested in the brand, retail and online included. And the allegations against him are also a cause. The company that owns Sean John will possibly Sean John will possibly sell the company back to Diddy. So the next part I have is, what other allegations has Diddy faced? So, I got this right this time, I believe. Y'all about to see all this, so it doesn't really matter. So, let's see. Let me bring his picture here. Bring that picture there. Switch these two pictures. So, after Cassie's lawsuit came to light in 2019, interview with Virginia V resurfaced. So let me get to that picture. Bring it here. So Virginia resurfaced, detailing alleged incidents of physical abuse. In a conversation with the controversial internet personality Tasha K, I believe she was next. Diddy's ex-girlfriend accused the CEO of once stomping on her stomach, punching her, and trying to pay her to abort their child. Now, I don't have that video, but you guys can type in Virginia V or her real name, which is Gina Hun, I guess is her name, I guess. Anyway, it's spelled Huynh. I don't know how to say that, nor am I going to try to say it. So, he stomped on my stomach hard, like took the wind out of my breath. I guess she meant took the wind out of me. I guess that's what she meant. But anyway, Virginia V, whose real name is Gina Hun, claimed I couldn't breathe. He kept hitting me. I was pleading to him, "Can you just stop? I can't breathe." She added that everyone around Diddy allowed the abuse to occur. He was mentally, emotionally, and physically, emotionally, and physically abusing me. He would always compare me to Cassie and tell me that I'm the bad one. She's a good one. She remembered. Perfect. Diddy's former personnel chef Cindy Ruella, I guess that's how you would say her name, filed a lawsuit against him in 2017 claiming sexual harassment, um, failure to pay overtime, and retaliation. Ruella Ruella alleged Diddy would regularly ask her to serve food to him and his friends immediately following sexual activity. The men would be naked. The men would be naked during the post cordial meals. Um, According to the lawsuit, with Diddy once asking if she liked his body. He settled the lawsuit with Ruella in 2019. Now that's wild. I would say that's wild. That's like he's sitting there fucking and shit, and he hits the button by his bed, and he's like, "Yeah, can you bring me up a charcuterie board with all kinds of cheeses, and could you please bring me a strawberry soda? Can you bring me some crackers with some meats? Pause, nigga. And can you bring me a milkshake and a root beer float?" Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Like, this motherfucker has to be stopped. Like, he has to be taken off the streets. Like, this man is a menace. He needs to be taken off the streets. Because the more he stays on the streets is the more we're going to hear about the foolishness that he's put people through. And although it's entertaining to a point, it also gets a little spooky because it's like Kanye West has already said that Diddy's the feds. This shows us that Diddy is the feds. This motherfucker's paying people off. More and more stuff is coming out about him. He's looking stressed out, and who knows where those other two lawsuits will go. Is he going to settle with them? Or that's probably the reason why these women probably filed in the first place, because he settled with Cassie so fast. It was 24 hours, if not no less than 24 hours. Or less than 24 hours, what I meant. Of him basically just giving the okay to his lawyer, like, hey, go ahead and settle this. I don't want this being out in the public, for the simple fact that once Discovery would have came out, we would have all known everything. After the well, not even after, really. If you have, reporters from TMZ and ABC News and stuff like that, they will give the play-by-play of what will happen in court every day. So we would have had new news stories around 5 every goddamn day about this. Because you gotta remember, they gotta get the information. They didn't have to write a substantial article that then details all that information, and then they have to send it and present it to the public so we can read and see exactly what happened as well. But Diddy isn't the only person in his camp that is going through a lawsuit. Come on, Cassie, you gotta go somewhere. Bring this down. Bring this over. And boom. So, Diddy's former bad boy president sued for sexual assault. This is strange for the simple fact that I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming at all. So, let me bring the video up. Alright, let's go here. And let's play.
Breaking news. Moments ago, it was reported that former Bad Boy president Harve Pierre is now being sued for sexual assault. That's right. According to the report in Stone, a lawsuit was filed earlier today at the New York County Supreme Court. The plaintiff, who was going by Jane Doe, has accused Pierre of grooming and sexually assaulting her during her time working with him as an assistant at the storied record label. According to Jane Doe, Pierre used his position of authority as plaintiff's boss to groom, exploit, and sexually assault her. The suit claims Pierre engaged in a year-long pattern of grooming plaintiff, leading to sexual harassment of plaintiff and sexual assault. The alleged victim claims she was sexually assaulted by Pierre on multiple occasions between 2016 through 2017. The woman is seeking damages to fully and fairly compensate her for the physical, emotional, and psychological injuries she has as a result of the alleged assaults. Now, of course, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, and Comb Enterprises also listed as co-defendants on this lawsuit, and they also responded to this lawsuit, releasing a statement that reads, "We have recently become aware of a lawsuit filed in New York by a former employee. The allegations are from many years ago that were never brought to the attention of the company. Neither the plaintiff nor the executive are current employees of the company. We are now investigating the allegations, and our top priority is the safety and well-being of our employees." All right, now again, for those who may not know, Harve worked with Bad Boy from 91 all the way through 2017. Okay, of course, it was reported that he left Bad Boy briefly around 95, but eventually he returned with the company. Now, for those wondering, why are these lawsuits happening right around this time? What is going on? Well, for those who may not know, all of these lawsuits are a result of the Adult Survivors Act. Okay, those wondering, what's the Adult Survivors Act? It's a statute that allows a one-year window for alleged victims of abuse in New York to bring civil lawsuits even if the statute of limitations have passed. Okay, November 24th is the final date to file a lawsuit under this extension. Okay, so this is why we're getting another headline involving, former employee with Bad Boy Records. Okay, like I said, here we are, another headline for those, who may not know. Last week, Diddy was sued by Cassie, and he settled in under 24 hours. Okay, we already, covered a couple of videos on this channel. Y'all check it out to get caught up to speed if you haven't already. But this is the latest headline, man. Another employee over there at Bad Boy being accused, right? Being sued for assaults. Like I said, we have to wait as more information comes out. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Leave me with your thoughts and comments.
All right. So, I wonder why I can't change this on the fly. All right, so let's bring the picture back up so you can guys see Harve. All right, so Bad Boy Entertainment and its former president, Harve Pierre, have been sued for negligence and sexual assault less than a week after the company's CEO, Sean Diddy Combs, settled a lawsuit filed by Cassie accusing the music mogul of rape, sexual trafficking, and physical abuse. Pierre, who has been with Diddy's company since its inception in 1993, is accused by a former employee referred to as Jane Doe of using his position of authority as plaintiff's boss to groom, exploit, and sexually assault her. According to the complaint obtained by the USA Today on Wednesday, the lawsuit was filed Tuesday in New York Supreme Court. The former employee alleged Pierre engaged in a year-long pattern of grooming her, which led to sexual harassment and sexual assault on multiple occasions between 2016 and 2017, the filing adds. The anonymous assistant also named Bad Boy Entertainment Records, and Combs Enterprises as a co-defendants for alleged negligence in gender violence. The former employee said they knew or should have known that Pierre was unfit to be in a position of authority because the alleged sexual before the alleged sexual assault. A spokesperson for Bad Boy Entertainment told USA Today Wednesday that the allegations were never brought to the attention of the company, or they probably swept that shit underneath the rug for the simple fact that Harv is Diddy's friend. Excuse me. The HR department was probably scared as fuck of Diddy and Harv, so they never probably went any further with it because they have to allow Diddy to know about all this. So, with that being said, it's like an altercation happens. She takes it to HR. HR then has to take that claim also to Diddy. Diddy probably was like, she's probably lying, rip that up, and you know what I'm saying, like let it go. Because if Diddy was doing his dirt in the company, he probably was allowing his close personal friends do it as well. And Prince Michael says Shitty P. Diddy really needs to seek therapy. Yeah, I would agree. This is why, Prince Michael. Diddy's dad, I believe Diddy never knew his father. His father was an ex-gangster. He got shot in his head, so he never grew up with his father. With that also being said, with Diddy not knowing his father and being raised just by his mother, he probably takes on feminine traits, and that's arguments, fights, and if he doesn't get his way, because you gotta remember, I believe Diddy is his mother's only child, so you got that only child complex going as well. I believe he has a sister or something, maybe on his dad's side, maybe, but with that being said, it's like what can you do with a man that's rich, powerful, and he's well known. So during that time, 2016, 2017, what was it that could have came out against Bad Boy? Although, the company was in the toilet for the simple fact that they had no artists that we know of. They had no artists, and it really wasn't a business of where anybody would want to be at, for the simple fact that where the hell is the where the hell would someone's career go at Bad Boy? Nowhere. Plus, too much about Diddy around that time was coming out about him paying his artists. I believe around that time, Craig Mack died, and he died broke. Black Rob also died around that time. Black Rob died broke. Shine got out at that time. Shine came out of jail broke, then got deported back to Belize, and now he's he's like a mayor or something now. Like, it's weird that everybody that was on Bad Boy either has something bad to say about Diddy, and their life is usually fucked up at the end of everything. Danity Kane, every member, broke. Or they found their way back into entertainment somehow by way of Aubrey O'Day and Dawn Richardson. Or Richards. Every other member is broke. along with Day 26. Day 26 left Bad Boy broke. Diddy, of which I believe Diddy wasn't paying Biggie's mother her royalties from her son's albums, of which I believe Biggie's mom moved back to Jamaica with her mother. If you watch the Biggie documentary that's on Netflix, she's back in Jamaica. So it's a lot that goes on in Bad Boy camp or a lot happened in the Bad Boy camp that is only getting the surface scratched on. Like, we don't know any of the inner workings of what goes on in Bad Boy until ex-employees start speaking out and ex-artists speak out. Everybody leaves Diddy broke, and they also find religion, or they go to jail. Loon, which just got out of jail a few years back, Loon's Muslim. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that's going on. And here's some artists we don't hear about a lot, but the girl group Dream that was on Bad Boy, the pop group. It's only one girl out of that whole group that is in entertainment. I don't even know her name. So finishing up this Diddy stuff, neither the plaintiff nor the executive are current employees of the company. The spokesperson added, "We are now investigating the allegations, and our top priority is the safety and well-being of our employees." Yeah, right. But anyway, people, that concludes the main topic of the night. I still have my my random topics of the week, so we're going to get into those now.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So on the random topics of the week overview, Jamie Foxx is another sued for sexual assault, and Baltimore attorney, I believe she was the what's the main prosecutor's name? Prosecutor. Anyway, Marilyn Mosby found guilty of perjury. Now, yesterday we all learned, if not Wednesday night, we learned that Jamie Foxx is another person on the chopping block when it comes to sexual assault. I got this article from CNN. I've never told you where I got that Harv. I got that from USA Today, the Harv Pierre article that I read earlier. Now, CNN Entertainment, Jamie Foxx accused of sexual assault in a new lawsuit. Now, let's get to the video real fast. Let me set it up because for some reason my internet wants to be stupid. Or it's just too much stuff on my screen.
The window is closing for New York.
All right, so
Workers to sue for sexual.
no, I'm not gonna keep going and set this up. All right, here we go.
The window is closing for New Yorkers to sue for sexual assaults that took place out of usual statute of limitations. The Adult Survivors Act is set to expire this week. Fox 5's Linda Schmidt live in our newsroom with more on this. Linda.
Yeah, hi there, Teresa. Well, first of all, tonight, the law has given survivors of sexual abuse the right to file civil lawsuits in the past year for alleged abuse that happened in cases decades ago. These cases have been filed against Donald Trump, movie mogul Harvey Weinstein, hip hopper Sean Diddy Combs, and tonight, actor Jamie Foxx.
Now, it's more names to that. Of just within like a 2-month window of entertainers who have been, entertainers, politicians, and executives that have been accused. So far, of the names of who we have is Donald Trump, P. Diddy, Jamie Foxx, Russell Brand, another person, Jimmy Iovine, and it's somebody else. It's another name. It's like 6 to 8 people who are being accused of sexual. And this is just within a 2-month window. Now, was it October? In October, I think it was Russell Brand, and then that was the only person the month of October. Nobody else has came out until Cassie came out with the Diddy stuff, and then Harv Pierre, that's another name. All of this has just started coming out since like late September to October until now. All these names have came out. Now, let's continue.
The Adult Survivors Act to win a $5 million lawsuit against former President Donald Trump, accusing him of sexual assault and suing him for defamation. Disgraced New York gynecologist Robert Haddon was sentenced to 20 years in prison in July.
Damn.
Sexually abusing some patients. Last month, hundreds more filed suit using the New York law. Just last week, hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs settled a lawsuit with R&B singer Cassie after she claimed Combs raped and abused. And now, actor Jamie Foxx has been accused in a civil lawsuit of sexually assaulting a woman in New York City back in 2015. These high-profile cases and thousands more are the result of Governor Hochul signing the act into law 1 year ago, giving survivors an opportunity for justice.
They want history to reveal what happened to them. They don't want their abusers to get away with it.
Attorney Megan Goddard represents multiple women. The Adult Survivors Act also goes after corporations, businesses, and organizations that cover up for the alleged abusers. But the special legislation expires this week. Goddard wants Albany to extend it.
There's people who are calling me this week who just found out about it for the first time after Sean Combs was sued. They're living in Florida or California or Missouri or wherever. They don't know what's going on. They didn't hear about this law.
A Penthouse model is now suing Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose, accusing him of sexually assaulting her in a New York hotel room in 1989. State Senator Brad Hoylman-Siegel co-sponsored the Survivors Act and says he is working to convince the state legislature to extend it.
There is a push among advocates, and I have to say I agree with them, to either open a new window or extend it permanently.
As of right now, there are thousands of lawsuits that have been filed under the Adult Survivors Act in the past year, but once again, that window of opportunity closes this week. Teresa, back upstairs to you.
All right. Now, with that being said, Jamie Foxx has now entered into all of this. And let's get to the story, why don't you? From CNN Entertainment. Actor Jamie Foxx faces sexual assault and battery charges in a new lawsuit. I believe that's what it says. Filed on Monday with the New York State Supreme Court. The alleged incident occurred in 2015 at Catch NYC, a popular New York City restaurant, according to the complaint obtained by CNN. CNN has reached out to representatives for Fox as well as the plaintiff's attorney. The plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, it's a lot of Jane Does that's coming forward talking about their stuff. I don't understand why some of these women don't just show a face to the name of which, is coming out, because I from what I see Jamie Foxx being a nice guy. Now, I don't know how he is in person, but what he portrays, in interviews and stuff like that, he's a nice guy. So it's like, with this coming out, it's like, damn, Jamie of all people. It's like Jamie of all people. Anyway, CNN has reached out to representatives for Fox as well as the plaintiff's attorney. The plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, claims in the suit that Fox initially and without consent used force to offensively touch plaintiff's person, including groping her breast and genitals. The complaint alleges Fox seemed intoxicated at the time of the incident. As a result, the complaint states the woman suffered and continues to suffer physical and emotional injuries, anxiety, distress, embarrassment, and economic harm, and is seeking an unspecified amount, which means that it could possibly be foolishness because, you know, you're not releasing your name, undisclosed amount of money. It seems fishy, but, I don't know the story, so I don't know exactly what's going on. So with that being said, it's like, could possibly be true. Also, could possibly be a lie. Could just be a money grab. But we don't know until we read the document, which I don't have, which is another thing that I have to get and read. And we also have to take in consideration that this could possibly be who Jamie Foxx is. Like, we can't put anything past anybody. All right. All right. So continuing on. If I can find my place, the plaintiff is also suing the restaurant's parent company, Catch Hospitality Group, and various related business entities as defendants for negligent hiring. I don't know what that means. Training and supervision. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if she means like the restaurant should be at fault as well because the waiting staff wasn't coming to their table as much. I don't know. Have no clue what that means. A representative for the company was not immediately available for comment. The lawsuit was filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which went into effect in late November 2022 and allows adult survivors of sexual abuse to sue their abusers in New York, even if the statute of limitation on their claims has expired. The law has given adult survivors of sexual assault 1 year to file lawsuit against their perpetrators and is set to expire this Friday. So today is when it expired. Fox had a medical episode earlier this year after he was hospitalized in Atlanta. Maybe this is why he was hospitalized for an undisclosed medical condition. Some people say it was an aneurysm. Some people say it was due to the jab. Some people don't know exactly what the fuck they're talking about. So we don't know. The Oscar winner addressed his recovery for the first time in July. So we'll come back to this, and we will also, if there's more information that comes up, you guys can find it here. So don't fret. I will have this information available for you guys once this is available to myself. All right. Now, moving on. Former Baltimore prosecutor Marilyn Mosby found guilty for perjury, as said by ABC News. So, let's get into this last video. Let's bring this up. Do that, move this, and boom.
The verdict is read. Tell us what happened.
Yeah,
So we just heard from the verdict was read in. The jury signaled that they had reached a verdict around 2:30, 2:45. We got word that there was something coming around 3 o'clock, and that we did learn that there would be a verdict that was read at 4 o'clock. So once everyone came inside, we saw Marilyn Mosby walk in shortly before 4 o'clock. She came inside, everyone sat down, then the jury was brought in, and on both counts, one by one, the jury read the verdict to the judge and said that they found her guilty on both perjury charges. Now, if we go back and look at this case, we know that this started on Monday. Opening statements started. We had a couple witnesses. It was a much shorter trial than originally expected and anticipated. So today, what is Thursday now, we know that she has been found guilty. We expect her to come out, potentially answer some questions. Throughout this entire trial, she has remained pretty quiet, not answering questions from the media. We hope we can ask her defense attorney some questions as well if and when everybody does come outside. Remember, Marilyn Mosby opted not to take the stand yesterday. That was the big question heading into yesterday, was that would she take the stand? She made the decision not to do so, and it came after prosecutors warned her that if she did take the stand, that they would ask her about previous tax deductions and questionable things that may or may not lead to more charges down the road. So now we know she's not taking the stand here, but remember that this isn't over because she is still facing 2 more charges for the mortgage fraud. That trial has yet to be scheduled. Mary and Kai were expecting to potentially learn more about the next steps. We just got the verdict moments ago, and hopefully I'll be able to share more information in a little bit.
Before we let you go, can we at least any reaction from anyone in the courtroom? Marilyn Mosby, her attorneys, any members of the jury?
So I was actually in the media over in the actual courtroom when the verdict was read, so I could tweet it and make sure that I was able to get the information out to everybody as soon as possible. But from what I saw, it didn't look like there was too much reaction. It looks like we just have some more media people coming out right now, so we just want to keep an eye on who's coming out. But as far as reaction, the judge was very clear. She warned everybody before the verdict was read. She told everyone to not have any reaction, whether it was from the defendant or anyone in the courtroom at all. So really no reaction right now.
And Mackenzie, we know as well, and you mentioned this, that from a procedural standpoint, that Ms. Mosby's defense team moved for charges. Kurt Nachman said this was strategic. This was so they could set up a process for appeal. I know it's early. I know you left the overflow room, but have you heard anything about this second case in appeal so far?
Nothing about an appeal yet. We know that there were some conversations about the mortgage fraud trial during this conversation when perjury trial. The prosecution was warned not to mention very much about the mortgage fraud. We don't have a date for that next trial yet. So we don't have a date for the trial. We don't have a date for a potential appeal filing or even when sentencing. So even though we do have a verdict now, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about what comes next as this continues to unfold.
All right, Mackenzie Frost live outside the courthouse in Greenbelt with a guilty verdict for Marilyn Mosby tonight, 2 counts of perjury. Mackenzie, thank you.
All right, so with that being said, if you guys don't know who Marilyn Mosby is, Marilyn Mosby was the Baltimore prosecutor attorney. So basically, damn, this sexy ass picture I got of her. So Marilyn Mosby was the Baltimore prosecutor, and she basically she stated her case back in around the Freddie Gray period. If you guys remember that, back in 2014. She was the prosecuting attorney on that case that I believe those officers got off. I believe they. Hold on. Let me see. I believe they got off, but I'm not too sure. So I put Freddie Gray trial. Hold up. I don't want you guys seeing that. Let's see. That's generating. Let's see. I just want to know if they got off, or did they? So one officer's charges were dropped, which is this person here, this Sergeant Alice D. White. Yeah, like I said, Lieutenant Rice was found not guilty. Officer Miller and Nero charges were dropped. Officer Goodson Jr. charges, or he was found not guilty. All charges against him was dropped. Officer William Porter. And yeah, all the officers' charges was either dropped or the cases were thrown out. So yeah, like I said, she tried the officers in the case, and either the charges were dropped or whatever. Plus, when she came on the scene, she was so young at the time and so beautiful that a lot of men started taking a liking to her. And I don't know if that either helped her side of everything or if it hurt it at all. But me personally, I thought when I saw her, I was like, damn, she fine than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I know y'all think the same just by looking at her, because she is fine. She fine. Shoot. Give me 3.5 minutes. Maybe even 4. She wanted to marry you niggas. It's like, nah. But, what? All right, y'all. Hold on. Breaking news. George Floyd killer, Derek Chauvin, was knifed in prison. But I don't know if anything that's going on with it. So I'm gonna try and find this, and we'll get into the Marilyn Mosby stuff, and then I'll read an article about it. And I will also bring this up next week. So I gotta add this to the list of stuff that I want to talk about. Who do I want to go to? We got the New York Post, we got AP News, we got Fox News, we got the Daily Mail. Let's go to Daily Mail. They usually have a lot of good information over there. So let me get it to where I can actually see what the hell's going on. All right. So boom, I'll get back to that once we get this part of it done. All right. So former Baltimore prosecutor Marilyn Mosby found guilty of perjury. So former Baltimore State's attorney Marilyn Mosby found guilty on last Thursday of 2 counts of perjury by a federal jury in Maryland. Mosby, who was Baltimore's highest-ranking prosecutor from 2015 to earlier this year, was found guilty after she falsely claimed she was suffering from financial hardship because of the pandemic and obtained federal funds illegally. Oh, don't tell me she got a PPP loan as well. Come on now, Marilyn. She used the money for down payments on 2 vacation homes in Florida. Sounds like BLM, according to the Justice Department. Jurors began to deliberate on Thursday after opening statements on Monday, or last Monday, or was it this Monday? Can't remember. Anyway, Mosby did not testify during the trial. A lawyer of Mosby did not respond to ABC News' request for comment. Mosby was known for charging the 6 police officers involved in the Freddie Gray case, a black man who died while in police custody in 2015. The officers were later either acquitted of their trials or declared a mistrial. The DOJ, the Department of Justice, said Mosby submitted COVID-19 related distribution requests for withdrawals of $40,000 and $50,000 respectively. Damn, $40,000, $50,000 she was doing withdrawals of? That's crazy. The indictment filed in January of 2022 says that Mosby falsely certified that she met at least one of the qualifications for distribution, as defined under the CARES Act. Specifically, that she experienced adverse financial consequences from the COVID, from the shit. As a result of being quarantined, furloughed or laid off, having reduced work hours, being unable to work due to lack of child care, or the closing of reduction of hours of a business she owned or operated, of which she didn't because she worked for the state or the city. No. She worked for the state. I'm sorry. She worked for the city. Sorry. Anyway, in signing the forms, Mosby affirmed under penalties for perjury the statement and acknowledgement made in this request, according to the indictment. The indictment says that Mosby did not experience any such financial hardship. In fact, Mosby received her full gross salary of $247,955.58 from January 1st, 2020 through December 29th, 2020, in biweekly gross pay direct deposits of $9,000 $183.54. So basically, they're saying that she lied. That's basically what they're saying. And since she lied and she perjured herself, I believe investigated, they then found in discovery that she was pulling out $40,000 to $50,000 increments from, I guess, her PPP loan that she got, and they found that she put a down payment on a vacation home in Florida, which screams BLM, and after that, she did what else? It said. Uh, she used the money for down payments on 2 vacation homes in Florida, according to the Justice Department. And I guess that's it. That's all she did. But why? But it also says here the DOJ said Mosby submitted COVID-19 related distribution requests for withdrawals of $40,000 to $50,000 respectively in the indictment file. They basically said that she didn't need that money, and she was given her full salary between January 1st to December 29th. She was given her full salary, of which the number I stated was $247,955.58, and also the gross deposits of her biweekly check was $9,183.54. So I don't know in her tax bracket how much they deduct from her. I'll probably say it's not 33 and a third percent like a usual worker like myself would get. It's probably somewhere around, I'd say more than that, probably like 35 to 38% maybe she's being taxed at. And she's probably making a good $8,000 to $7,000 every 2 weeks. So what the hell? Like, you probably don't have that big of a house to where your house costs $5,000 to for mortgage and what's the other thing? Property tax. Now I don't know. I know some people separate that, like they separate their property tax and their mortgage payments or whatever. Some people keep them together so they can just pay that shit all together. And then you have, during the beginning of the year, if you do separate that and you owe a pretty penny, the beginning of every year. That's the reason why some people stress the hell out after Christmas. It's because they went all out to give their family a great Christmas, but then you're looking at that property tax check and you maxed out all your credit cards and shit like that, so you can't pay it. So, needless to say, Marilyn's going to federal prison, and Marilyn will be having a girlfriend because I believe her and her husband is separated. Because it was said, now get this, it was said that Marilyn's husband is the cause of all of this. Because it is said that Marilyn's husband is the one that told her to get that money. So, I believe her husband wasn't on the stand at all. Not the stand, I'm sorry, in court with her, which screams he possibly could have done it. And or he wasn't there because, simple fact that she's she's the one to blame, not him. But rumors were he was the reason why she did it, because it was something that he wanted to do or whatever. I can't remember the full details of it. But everybody, that concludes the random topics of the week. I guess I'll call this a special edition, maybe?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So I'm about to read this article from the Daily Mail. And or I probably call it This Just In. I probably call it that. This Just In. So, inmate and seriously injured at a Arizona prison where he is serving a 22-year sentence for murdering George Floyd. Chavin, 47, was attacked on Friday. AP reported at the Federal Correctional Institute in Tucson, a medium security prison that has been plagued by security lapses and staffing shortages, which shouts to me that whoever put him in this state penitentiary, this Federal Correctional Institute, wants him dead. That's what that screams to me. I'm sorry, wrong thing. Let me see if I can. It's too close. You guys can read along with me. All right. Where was I? So they have security lapses and a staffing shortage. The Bureau of Prisons confirmed that an incarcerated person was assaulted at FCI Tucson at around 12:30 p.m. local time Friday. In a statement, the agency said responding employees contained the incident and performed life-saving measures before the inmate, who it did not name, was taken to a hospital for further treatment and evaluation. Chavin was sent to FCI Tucson from a maximum security Minnesota state prison in August 2022 to simultaneously serve a 21-year federal sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights and a 22-and-a-half state sentence for second-degree murder. So basically, those are running consecutively together, which means that I'm not sure if federal prisons give good time served, or they give 2 days for every day that you're in, or a day for a day, so his sentence is shorter. I'm not sure, or maybe he has to serve the whole entire thing, but since he's dealing with both federal and state charges, both of him serving his time is running consecutively together. So that means every day he spends in jail is him serving both sentences at the same time. That's basically what I'm saying. Let's see. Chavin's lawyer, Eric Nelson, had advocated for keeping him out of general population and away from other inmates, anticipating he'd be a target, which is true. In Minnesota, Chavin was mainly kept in solitary confinement, largely for his own protection, Nelson wrote in court papers last year. But if you hear if you hear like a Matt Walsh or a Tim Cast or what's the motherfucker's name that's trying to fire Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, and people of those types. Now I do watch some of their shows, not all of them that I named, some of them, and when they bring this type of stuff up, like, why would you have somebody serve a life sentence in solitary confinement? A person like that can go crazy and lose their minds and stuff like that. And it's like, are you overshadowing the fact that this man killed this man intentionally. And not just saying that both of these people had prior run-ins with each other. So in a way, they knew each other. So instead of Derek Chauvin trying to, or not trying to, calm the situation down and, try and figure out what happened, he automatically started roughhousing him, of which you can see in video. And then he called the rest of the officers when they came so they can put George Floyd in a technique, which I forgot what it's called, where one person controls the legs, one person controls the midsection, and one person controls the upper portion of the neck and head, of which he was not supposed to be on his neck, of which the Derek Chauvin's lieutenant said in court when he did his testimony in court. He said, yes, the technique that they put on him is a common technique we do when subduing a agitated criminal, but the way he was executing it on his part of the body was wrong. Where he was supposed to be was on his shoulder blade. That's where he was supposed to be, and he was on his neck instead. So that calls. And when I saw the case, I'm like, oh, well, that says everything. But, other people don't see it that way, and it's sad that they don't, because although we need police, but if police are going to be messing with our civil rights and liberties, then what's the cause of having them? Anyway, last week the rejected Chauvin's appeal for his murder conviction, which is a good thing. And separately, Chauvin is making a long shot bid to overturn his federal guilty plea, claiming new evidence shows he didn't cause Floyd's death. I believe I spoke about this a few weeks ago, where a prosecuting attorney in Minnesota is trying to get Derek Chauvin off because new evidence came out that Derek Chauvin didn't kill him, that since new evidence shows that he was on illicit drugs, that is the reason why he died from a combination of an overdose of fentanyl and heroin. That killed him. But in the court case, Dr. Tobin and the other coroner, I believe he was, said that due to the adrenaline in George Floyd's enlarged heart could have been a cause of his death. But Dr. Tobin didn't leave out that he did have a small amount that basically would kill an average person. But since George Floyd was strung out on drugs, the percentage of fentanyl in his blood wasn't a cause of him dying, but could have contributed to his death. So it wasn't the cause of his death. It could have contributed to what was happening to him for the cause of him dying. So since I have a 210-pound man with his knee on my neck and I'm on the ground without the ability to breathe correctly, it was caused by asphyxiation and probably adrenaline, of which what killed him. Because, as I just said, he had an enlarged heart. So, heart failure due to not being able to get the correct amount of air into his lungs, of which I would say caused George Floyd's death. Self-explanatory when you hear the court case. All right, that's fucking up my stream. My bad. So, but if you guys want to, if you're watching, please call in. It is pinned to the in the live chat. Just hit that white bar. You'll see it extend. You'll see the link is in there, as well as the phone number that you can call. So if you want to call in, please call in now. So let me get back to this. So yeah, if you guys want to call in, go ahead and call in. You can do that. But please remember the rules. Rule number 1, you must be on camera at all times. Rule number 2, if you don't want to be on camera to the public, that is fine. You still have to be on camera in the background. Also, there's a question back here. Don't make it a conversation in my private chat. Just give me your name and your answer. All right? And please, 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 if you could, please mute all background noise. So if you have me on your phone, computer, television, and or tablet or iPad, please cut me off or lower the volume so I don't hear my feedback. All right. Now, and if you could, please like this video, subscribe to this video if you haven't already subscribed, hit that bell icon to all, comment in the live chat, and as well as share this to your social media and friends and family. So let's get back to the article. No employees were injured in Friday's attack, and the FBI was notified. The Bureau of Prisons said visiting at the facility, which has about 380 inmates, has been suspended. What has been suspended? Oh, visiting the facility has been suspended. Okay. Chavin's stabbing is the second high-profile attack on a federal prisoner in the last 5 months. In July, disgraced sports doctor Larry Nassar was stabbed by a fellow inmate at a federal penitentiary in Florida. It is also the second major incident at the Tucson federal prison in a little over a year. In November 2022, an inmate at a facility's low security prison camp pulled out a gun, and attempted to shoot a visitor in the head. How the hell did that happen? The weapon which the inmate shouldn't have had misfired, and no one was hurt. That has nothing to do with anything. His death touched off protests. Yep, you know that. The Summer of Love, and then 3 other former officers were at the scene receiving lesser state and federal sentences for their roles in Floyd's death. So the other 3 officers, which is King, Yao, and I forgot the other guy's name. They're either serving like 5 to 10 year sentences in state prison. Chavin's stabbing comes as the Federal Bureau of Prisons has faced increased scrutiny in recent years following wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein's jail suicide in 2019. It's another example of agencies' inability to keep even its highest profile prisoners safe after Nassar's stabbing in Unabomber Ted Kaczynski suicide at a federal medical center in June. Damn. That's all that they have right now about that. If there's more information that comes out about Derek Chauvin being stabbed, I will cover it here. Anyway, people, if you guys want to call in, you can. If not, I will be ending the show as we speak. All right. Nobody wants to talk to me? Well, okay. You don't have to talk to me. Anyway. Once the minute changes, I'll give you guys another minute to call in. If not, I'll end the show. So in 10 seconds, the minute will turn over. So from the 2 hour and 2 minute mark to the 2 hour and 3 minute mark, I will wait. So starting now. Going once, going twice. All right, it's over. So I will be shutting down the phone lines. And once this video is done, you won't be able to go in here after I stop this live. So, needless to say, you had your chance. You could have talked to me, but you didn't. All right, it's like nah. So let me go ahead and play the theme music so we can get on out of here. Hold on. Not yet, because we got to do a show summary. So the show summary of today is Leslie Jones needs to find a nice, tall, ugly man that she wants to be with. But I believe she's bisexual because she was dating, I forgot the chick's name from SNL. She was dating her for a while. So maybe get a transgender, transgender woman that still has a dick so you can have the best of both worlds. That's tall, long-handed, and big-footed, I guess, just like yourself, Leslie. You should do that. As well as the whole Diddy settlement, settling the lawsuit. No one saw that coming, but when it came, we was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell is going on? And we had all the questions in the world. We had all of the questions in the world to ask because we wanted to know what the fuck is going on. Then we got into, also with the Diddy stuff, we got into his ex or former president of Bad Boy Records, Harv Pierre. He got accused also by an assistant that said that he was grooming her and experienced sexual assault in the workplace. And yeah, man, like that's crazy. Like that's crazy as fuck that all these names are coming out of sexual abuse, and the list is gonna get longer. The year's not done yet, so we will be seeing what happens from there. And also, what I didn't bring up while I was talking about that is Keefe D's court trial's coming up soon. I believe sometime next month. Is coming up. If it's not next month, it starts this week into next month. So please be on the lookout for that. Once I get some information on that, I will cover it. Even if he, even in an inkling, brings up Diddy, I will cover the information. All right. Then we got into Marilyn Mosby, sexy ass, and her perjuring herself. And then being found guilty of perjuring herself, she will be spending, I believe it's 20 years in prison, in federal prison. So hopefully they reduce her charges, not her charges, but her sentencing, because Her finance don't need to be in there any longer than 2 days. Hold on. Anyway, now let's play the theme music. People, 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 if you are hearing my voice, then you are watching this here live stream. All right. Now, every Friday I do this here live stream. Marcus Speaks Live, the very podcast that gives you trending topics and other random shit. So please come and check me out at 8 p.m. every Friday so you guys can come and check out, see what the hell I'm talking about, because you don't want to miss it. I always have hard-hitting topics, and I don't say the same things everyone else does. Like, most of these articles that I present to you guys, some of them I don't even read. I just like the title. And usually, they always, and I say always, meet what I have to say, and then when I go into my critiques on what is said, that even makes it better. So please come and check me out. Come and watch Marcus Speaks Live, the very podcast that comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as come and see me tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I stream Marcus Speaks Play, where I get to play all of my favorite games and a certain select few of new releases. Tomorrow, I think I'm finishing up Spider-Man 2. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see once tomorrow comes. I haven't played it since last Saturday, so we'll see what happens from there. But if you ever want to come up and come check me out, you can call in. You can hit that bell icon to all. Or that's not what I mean by that. You can call in by hitting the link or having to call in with the call-in number at 302-283-9791. With that comes rules. Rule number 1 is you must be on camera at all times. That means here in the backstage and to the public if you want to. But if you don't want to be on camera, with rule number 1 and rule number 2, please answer the following question here in the private chat. Don't make it a conversation, and then I'll further accommodation from there. And then, with that being said, please, 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 mute all background noise, please. All right? Mute all background noise, please. So subscribe to this here channel. Once you do that, hit the bell icon to all, as well as go to the description box, hit the Rumble link, follow me on Rumble so I can start simulcasting over to Rumble as well as YouTube. And lastly, if you could, please like this video, subscribe if you're new here, hit that bell icon to all, comment in the comment section once this video is done, and share this to your social medias, to your to your friends and family and co-workers if you have them and if you like them. So with that being said, people, I got to get out of here. I got to get something to eat. I haven't ate all day. So people, come by tomorrow. I'll be here. All right. And hold on. I have some words of wisdom to go over, which are: focus on getting to the money, because we all know money makes the world go round. So please get that dollar bill, y'all, as well as drink more water for health purposes, because we all know water helps us with all kinds of things. So go ahead and do that. Drink that water. Mind your own damn business for mental health purposes, because when you're in everybody else's business, you then try to compare yourself to those people, and then you're just everywhere after that. So mind your own goddamn business. Focus on yourself. Make yourself better. And if you don't believe a damn thing I said here today, do your own research. It helps you out in the long run. I have been Marcus. This has been Marcus Speaks Live. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll check you guys out tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, y'all.